How's it going, everybody? Ragroth here. So I wanted to do another Dragon Ball Z Sparking, or I guess not really called Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video, kind of after all the dust settled from that last big trailer we got, the Rivals trailer. And I want to do a video where I kind of predict the rest of the roster. Now that we have an idea of how many characters are going to be in the game, it seems like there's going to be 164, assuming those slots are the base roster and not adding more, and hopefully they're not counting DLC in that. And honestly, there's an underlying factor I want to do this. I know a lot of people have been predicting the roster. Now, the main reason I want to predict the roster is because when I saw that trailer, as much as I loved it, kind of the red flag I kind of took from that was, if they're going showing all the forms of Goku and Vegeta, why didn't they show Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta? Now, admittedly, they also didn't show Ultra Instinct as well as Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, and we know they're probably in the game. And there are some other reasons too where I think they just didn't want to end the trailer on GT and they were going in chronological order. There's some reasons there. Another reasons is that I noticed that the setup of all the slots seemed like they're kind of going by like arcs and like series and all that. And it kind of looked like Super was at the very bottom, and I just didn't see much room for GT or placement for it, as well as the movie characters too. And when I say movie characters, like I don't mean like this Broly or like, you know, Orange Piccolo or Super Saiyan or Beast Gohan, not Super Saiyan Beast Gohan. I'm not counting those. I'm talking about the non-canon ones like Cooler, Janemba, Turles, those guys. But maybe I might just be overthinking it. Some of us might be overthinking it as well. But the reason I want to predict the roster is I wanted to kind of think logically. With 164 characters, is there any space for GT and the non-canon movies? And what I did was I made a roster kind of trying to not be biased towards or against characters I like and dislike, and just who I think could possibly win the game. And I tried to prioritize Z and Super as much as I could, even adding characters that I'm like, I really don't want this character in the game, but they realistically could be in the game. What I basically did was I kind of came up with characters that I think are 100% in the game, then ones that I'm unsure about. Then I kind of filled in the rest of the slots with GT characters that I think could definitely be in, some movie characters that I think are definitely in, and then a couple just kind of extra ones that I'm like, maybe sort of miscellaneous ones that I kind of missed that didn't really fit any of those categories, and then maybe I'm also not sure about as well. So let's get started. And of course, before we begin, if you can do me a favor and just give the video a like or even a dislike if you really want to, and definitely consider subscribing if you like this video and some of my others. It would really help the channel out a lot and really help me maybe hit 1,000 at some point. You can even check out the Discord in the description below. Hang out with me and some of my friends and talk about games and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so we have all the characters that have been announced for the game. I got all the picture, I got it right up here. I also want to throw out that I did think of having the other two members of the Trio D Danger, you know, Bergamo's crew. I think Basil and I forget the other guy's name. However, I actually think they might be part of his moveset, similar to Babidi in Tenkaichi 3. So yeah, now I'm going to start with kind of the no-brainers. These are characters that I think are basically 100% going to be in, that I'm very confident about. And again, I try to hold back, you know, biases here. So let's get started. So we got Raditz, Nappa, Dodoria, Zarbon, Goldo, Raccoon, Birder, Jace, Ginyu, first form Frieza, second form Frieza, third form Frieza, final form Frieza, final form Frieza Z, I should say, final form Frieza 100%, Mecha Frieza, Android 16, first form Cell, second form Cell, Super Perfect Cell, or I guess which I'm not sure which Perfect Cell is already confirmed, but whichever one isn't already confirmed. Future Trunks Z, Future Fighting Trunks base form, Future Fighting Trunks Z, the Ultra Super Saiyan, Teen Gohan base, Teen Gohan Super Saiyan, Teen Gohan Super Saiyan 2, Kid Gohan, Adult Gohan, Adult Gohan Super Saiyan, Adult Gohan Super Saiyan 2, Ultimate Gohan, Super Buu, Super Buu Tanks, Super Buuhan, Kid Buu, Gotenks, Gotenks Super Saiyan, Gotenks Super Saiyan 3, Beerus, Golden Frieza, the Z version of Android 17, forgot to mention him earlier, Hit, Goku Black Super Saiyan Rose, Merge Zamasu, Kaba, Super Saiyan Kaba, Frost, Kefla Super Saiyan, Toppo in his God of Destruction form, Full Power Jiren, Ribrianne, Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta, Ultra Instinct Sign Goku, Ultra Instinct Goku. I would love for them to just have Master Ultra Instinct Goku, but I unfortunately think they are probably going to have both, especially because for some reason Sign seems to be a little more popular than Ultra Instinct, whatever. I guess, you know, more way to kind of have more moves than he did in the show there. Moving on, Jocko, Full Power Super Saiyan Broly, basically his final form in the new Broly movie. Vegito Super Saiyan, Vegito Blue, Gogeta Super Saiyan Blue, Orange Piccolo, Gamma 1, Gamma 2, Cell Max, Beast Gohan, Dispo, Master Roshi Full Power, Bardock, Super Saiyan Bardock, Super Saiyan 2, Future Trunks from Super Saiyan Rage Future Trunks from Super, Goten, Super Saiyan Goten, Kid Trunks, Super Saiyan Kid Trunks, and I forgot about Super Saiyan Future Trunks from Z. Now these are characters I'm just not quite sure about. Like, they could be in, I'm just not quite sure. So we got Yajirobe, Chaozu, Kui, Videl, Nail, King Cold. The only reason I think King Cold might be in is because he was in the Broly movie and he got a new outfit. I mean, I personally like King Cold. I'd like him to come back. But he was definitely one of the ones I was less confident on this list. Android 19, Android 20, Future Gohan Super Saiyan, King Vegeta, kind of ditto for what I said about King Cold. Deborah. Now, the real only reason Deborah is on here is because he has not been treated that great lately. He was not added until Raging Blast 2, and he was DLC in Xenoverse 2, and he wasn't even like the first DLC. He is one of the ones that I think you could put in No Brainer though, but just to be safe. Supreme Kai, Great Saiyaman, Evil Boo, Regular Zamasu, Whis, Kale Legendary Super Saiyan if you want to call it that, Caulifla Super Saiyan 2, Annie Laza, Cyberman, Cell Jr., Frieza Soldier. I really don't want these three in the game. However, they could be easy fodder kind of characters, and it's like, I feel like if they're in the game, they should just be playable, as silly as it is. And then, I don't know if you want to, I guess Awakened or Yellow Piccolo, kind of that form he got before he went Orange Piccolo, Botamo, and Magetta. Now, I did realize, I forgot about Base Gogeta and Super Saiyan in the Broly movie. But again, he didn't really fight in the base form, so that's why I wasn't really sure. But you could probably put him in, like, you know, maybe one of the Frieza Soldiers, or maybe one of like a Kale or Caulifla Super Saiyans if you want to replace. I'd be okay with that. I wouldn't mind having base form Gogeta. So here's where we can put in some of the non-canon movie characters. It's not much, but it is something. Final form Cooler, Meta Cooler, base form Z Broly, Super Saiyan Broly, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, I guess base form or Fat Janemba, whatever you want to call him, Super Janemba, and Super Saiyan Gogeta. Okay, now, I was able to fit in some GT characters. Again, it's not much, but it's something. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Baby 2, Super 17, and Omega Shenron. So now here's just some extra characters that didn't really fit in under any category. Pikkon, Kid Goku from Dragon Ball, Kid Goku from Daima. But yeah, that's it. Again, like, I think this is pretty reasonable, and I think it's just still able to kind of get in some movie and GT representation. And again, they might have more movies. Maybe they'll have more GT, or, you know, maybe they'll throw in more Super. Maybe, you know, they'll have all the great apes for like Nappa and King Vegeta in them. I kind of think that was a one-time kind of thing. Also, look, if you want to call me stupid for putting like Frieza Soldier and Cyberman and those fodder characters like that, look, be my guest. I don't want them to be in the game, honestly. I'm just trying to be realistic as opposed to kind of wishful thinking with this. But yeah, that's my list. I mean, I tried hard to kind of include characters that, even if I don't care for, that they very well could be in the game. There are a couple characters I was really unsure about that I didn't know if I should exclude or not. Mainly Champa and Vados. I know they're not on this list. That's really only because they never really fought. I think Champa like briefly fought Beerus in the Universe 6 tournament. And I mean, I think the only reason he was in Xenoverse 2 was just because they were kind of two new characters at the time that they needed to kind of pad out the DLC. They wanted someone from Super. Look, they could be in the game. Again, this is not definitive. This is just what I think. This is just my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like I said, I personally think GT and the non-canon movies will be in. There's just not going to be too much. Don't expect like Tenkaichi 3 levels. Expect more like Tenkaichi 1, maybe like Xenoverse 1 levels. I think, you know, the only way they get excluded, or if at least GT gets excluded, is if either A, they decide to prioritize the original Dragon Ball over it, which, even though I think more people like that series, that like never seems to happen in the games. Most people would rather play as the GT characters than the Dragon Ball characters, even if they don't like GT as much. B, they kind of do a Xenoverse 2 or a Raging Blast 2, and they prioritize a lot more movie characters over GT, which would admittedly be the least crappy of these outcomes. C, maybe they have just a bunch more characters from the Tournament of Power that I'm not thinking will be in the game. That's a possibility. I think a lot of them are didn't really show too much and weren't that prominent. I think they'll just try to get a representative from maybe each universe. Or D, and this would probably be the worst outcome, if they prioritize a bunch of Dragon Ball Daima characters over GT. That would suck. That would suck a lot. But yeah, I personally think it's gonna be the game. I think just a good amount of them will be DLC, like, you know, Nova, Pan, Majub, you know, and like other movie characters like Turles and Bojack and stuff like that. Them I don't think will be in the base, but I think we will get some representation from those. But yeah, with that being said, of course, you know, if you can, just you know, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you agree, disagree, what predictions you have that may be different or similar to mine. But of course, you know, don't forget to leave a like on the video or even a dislike. Definitely consider subscribing. It would really help the channel out a lot. Of course, you can check out my Discord in the description below as well. Hang out with me and my friends. But regardless, thank you so much for checking out this video. And as I always say, another time, another place, keep being awesome.